So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. So, Jim Beglin, what is your interpretation of the way they appear to be lining up?
Well, it's an attempt, Peter, to put a solid bedrock in place and negotiate the game from there. If they can absorb what comes towards their box in the early stages, then the midfield can begin looking for more of the possession and can start thinking about a more probing influence on the contest. It all depends on keeping their goal intact, so they won't have to open up and indulge in taking risks at the other end.
That's a good ball. Great chance! Van Dijk can clear it away.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
It'll be a throw-in. Carreras. He's a sharp little ball here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Could move up a gear here. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Çalhanoğlu! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. He's found some space. He has a look up. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No goals as yet. Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Some really good ball movement. Carreras. And they can counter here. Çalhanoğlu. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Bruno Fernandes! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Threads one in. Big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And that's another good win of the ball. Half-time getting close now. It's run loose here. Lovely. Now takes a shot! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allowed the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, super find. Now it's Barella.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ball's gone out of play. And here's Barella. Haaland. And the referee has blown for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Vietnam go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Vietnam are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes, 1-0 to the good. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Vietnam leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And here's Haaland.
FC Tokyo really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Mbappe! Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Thuram. Played out to the left flank. Taken back almost at once. Strokes it back. Looking for options for movement. Gravenberg. Haaland looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their...
Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Haaland really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Corner number 2 then.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Barella. Coming on to replace him is number 90, Woodman.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Oh, important interception.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
FC Tokyo making further changes
Number
here
9,
and in quick succession.
Number 32, DeMarco. Number 10.
So, Jim, is that the
Bellingham.
manager telling the
Coming on
forwards
the
that they must
field,
stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Number 11.
Oh, it's hit the post! That's really well cleared. Tries a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That has been slung wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vietnam have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Now it's Mbappe, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Played back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's hoisted clear. Gravenberg. Might be danger here. A lot of space ahead of him. Oh, shooting chance! And that really should have been that.
Mbappe really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Gets a good foot in there. No way through there. Great vision. And the counter is on. Oh, strongly challenged there. Saliba with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution
The two
on the
coaches
field.
are signalling
Number
changes here,
42,
both at the same time.
Humans. Coming on the field is number 38.
O'Reilly.
Gravenberg. Substitution.
Lovely feet. Chalhanoglu. Now it's Haaland. Haaland. And a chance! Well taken goal. And surely that does it. Perfect time. Decisive strike. And that is about... And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Barella. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Thuram. Van de Ven does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Mbappe. DiMarco picks it up out. And a header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Shot could be on. He's having a shot! It's there! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Çalhanoğlu. There's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Van Dijk gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that could set him on his way. No, that's been intercepted. Gravenberg.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Mbappe. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pedro Porro calmly anticipates. Haaland, here's onto this. Haaland!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Tries to get it clear. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's having a pop! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Vietnam restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Bellingham. That's really well manoeuvred. Pinches it off him. Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham. And He's chosen to go back. Barella given the lift of his goal. Thuram is flagged offside. Bellingham. And it's DiMarco. Oh, there's a probing ball. Great vision. Mbappe, look at shot at goal! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. DiMarco plays it short. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now they can spring out of defence. Good read, needed to be. Nicely weighted ball. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. And here's Gravenberch. Looking for the decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. O'Reilly's cross. Thuram. Now it's Thuram.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Barella. This looks promising. Now it's Barella. That's a sharp pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. So, a temporary halt to the action. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're straight back at it at the start of the... Tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Thuram might just make this. Bellingham. Gravenberch producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Gravenberch, good purposeful running this. Goes for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bruno Fernandes is offering a wry smile there.
So their fourth corner of the game. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
FC Tokyo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
DiMarco going forward. O'Reilly.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Knocks it out wide. Pedro Porro. Oh, that's neat. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the pass is intercepted. Now, can they get... Big chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
FC Tokyo can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Barella. Number 42. Hewland. Number 32.
O'Reilly.
DeMarco. Coming on the field. Number 90.
And here's Mbappe.
Goodman. Number 8.
Real chance!
Number 38.
Mbappe really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated.
Vietnam have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Gravenberg makes a move down the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good ball! Chance for a shot!
Lookman.
He won't be happy with that one. Oh, what a ball! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. This might spell danger. And he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's a little off target. Bruno Fernandes. McKennie gets a foot. He's had a shot! It's a goal! And they're back in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Williams Saliba.
So we have movement
Number
on
2,
both benches.
Hakimi.
FC Tokyo have their lead.
Number 15.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
And that's been won straight back. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Substitution in progress.
Vietnam making further changes here, and in quick succession. Vietnam drag themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. And it's Vitinha. Can he get it through? No way through, so back it comes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Can he finish? Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
FC Tokyo now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but...
Shoots! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And that is it, a real high-octane conclusion. Vietnam can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. FC Tokyo have clearly decided to play here with a 5-3-2 formation, Jim.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
No, he's not getting past him there. DiMarco. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van de Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Çalhanoğlu. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. DiMarco.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just eases him off the ball. Gravenberg. He won't be happy with that one. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Saliba. FC Tokyo are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Barella.
This is the time you need that pace.
Thuram. He's well positioned here. Schlotterbeck did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now that's well seen too. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Haaland. Mbappe knocks it into space. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bruno Fernandes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Defending of the desperate variety. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. And that has been cleared. Pass somewhat off target. Driving forward. DiMarco. Mbappe. That's a good ball out wide.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Bellingham. DiMarco charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he was quick to react. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Now it's Thuram. Barella. Calhanoglu. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. He's having a shot! They've scored! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's a little off target. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's another good win of the ball. The final seconds now. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. There's a quick free kick. That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Vietnam coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Vietnam with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. Down to business again.
Vietnam definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself...
Tries one from range! Oh, that's a waste.
Haaland probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Barella. Thuram. Well read, and the danger is averted. Gravenberg. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Mbappe. The referee's awarded a free kick. DiMarco is standing over this one.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
He's gone direct. Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. Big chance! Another big chance that gets away.
Vietnam really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Corner number 3 coming up. Nice control. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's well spotted.
Vietnam really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 10, Bellingham. Number 23, Barella. Number 32,
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
FC Tokyo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Number 8.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Mbappe looking to receive it in space. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And here's Mbappe.
Oh, sweet feet.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Passes short and sharp. Now it's Thuram. And it's been played through. He's in! Must be! He's had a shot! Well taken goal. And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
FC Tokyo with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Substitution on the field. Number 3.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
To replace him is number 15, Schlotterbeck.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Indica. And he cuts out the supply. Vietnam perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
So much time and space here.
Vietnam really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has been slung wide. FC Tokyo are looking to break at pace. Oh, he's burst through! Vietnam needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's got away. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe! That's a cute ball. Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Haaland is onto this. Shoots! And it's in! We thought they were done, but never say never. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they...
Goes for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Alexander-Arnold with the short one.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Bellingham. Oh, that's superb. And the finish! And that was struck with genuine force.
Haaland clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Lookman. And here's Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nice sequence of passes, this. So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Mbappe. Number 66.
Into extra time we go.
Coming on the field.
Vietnam
Number
displayed great
17,
character to force extra time from what looked a
Junior.
pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Yildiz. Oh, important interception. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Cucurella. And he welcomes it in. That has been knocked away. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gravenberg. And it's Cucurella. That's a nicely shaped ball. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Lookman. He shifted it to the flank. Crosses it in here. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
And here's Trippier. That's good play. And it's Vitinha. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break.
Car parked outside the stadium gate.
So neither side able to conjure up a telling moment, and we are where we are. This is the last chance to win it.
Substitution in progress.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act. Now it's Tura. Can he get it through? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That has been cut short. And he is deftly away. Mbappe. Van Dijk. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Nice looking ball. That's the keeper's ball. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And the shot! He steps in, and that's the end of that. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Struck first time. Big relief, it just needed better contact. That has not gone well. McKennie, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lookman. And that is that. There is only one way to decide this now. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a gruelling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Players then beyond the point of exhaustion, but there is still one final act to come. So this one to set the tone. And no mistake.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Haaland is the next to run the gauntlet. And he makes it one each. So both teams on the board. Thuram, second to go. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. Oh, talk about coming up with the goods.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Mbappe, second in line for them.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
This for parity. Big character, big moment, big save. This to double their advantage. Of course. The lead now is 2.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Saved! And that will be that! Vietnam have won it by the barest of margins. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Now here's the delivery. Courtois claims it without any fuss. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. This looks promising. Thuram! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Thuram really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
DiMarco with the short one. DiMarco gets flagged offside. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. And here's Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Now Mbappe. He's found a way through. Szoboszlai.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And it's Gravenberch. So it is still 0-0. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Mbappe must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
Schlotterbeck did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And here's Thuram. Oh, shooting chance!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now it's Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Haaland. Barella. Van Dijk. Ndika. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Haaland. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Porro.
Oh, sweet feet.
Now that looks a decent ball. Szoboszlai. Forwards and with intent. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Barella. Lovely pass, but can he get there? But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Çalhanoğlu. That's tidy. Oh, well played, well played. Szoboszlai. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Harrison promptly onto that, and that is that. Bruno Fernandes. And he welcomes it in. Barella. Thuram. And it's DiMarco. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Carreras. Haaland. And here's Haaland. Hangs in a cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. So a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So neither side yet off the mark.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So into the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And it's Çalhanoğlu. Thuram, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gravenberg. Good take, and is he in? Shoots! And the ball's come loose here. And that is well cleared. He's gone direct here. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And here's Haaland. Can he get away here? Shot a goal! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Haaland really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Van der Ven. And a chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Vietnam really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And he's taking no chances there. FC Tokyo are looking to go forward now. And here's Mbappe. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Porro. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Haaland.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Engages and forces him off the ball. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Can he finish? And that's in. How they've waited. Now they have it. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitution on the field, number 23.
So we have movement on both
Number
benches.
11,
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Number 32.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now,
Number
along with
2,
good purpose and
Hakimi.
urgency, and they can get
Coming on
right
the
back
field,
into this.
Number 38, Gravenberg.
And here's Haaland.
Number 10, Bellingham. Number 24,
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity
Number
drop now,
66,
Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question
Substitutions
now
taking
is
place.
whether they can sustain it.
And here's Haaland. And here's Haaland. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Looking for the run. Lofted in. Ndika is there, and he can get that clear. And here's Mbappe, and the shot! And that could have brought them level.
Mbappe really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't told him. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that.
Substitution.
Vietnam really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's picked his way through. Played out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yildiz. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
So what can they make of this? Cucurella. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And he was quick to react. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time.
There they go, hunting again.
Searching pass he's played there. Not the most accurate pass. And that will be the final act. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of... Oh, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage.
Chance! Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. That's good running with the ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
FC Tokyo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Forwards and with intent. Nicely spread. That's tidy. Pedro Porro stood his ground strongly. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe! And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
So it is still 0-0. Gravenberg. And here's Haaland. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught napping. There's the shot. And again, he is at his elastic best.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Defending of the desperate variety. He's found a way past. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Mbappe. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Pedro Porro. That's a little off target. And it's DiMarco. Almost half an hour in now. Alexander-Arnold. To Barella. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, that's nice. It is a corner, good chance.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
DiMarco with the short one. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. And here's Mbappe. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mbappe.
Oh, sweet feet.
Çalhanoğlu. The referee's awarded a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
And it's Porro. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bruno Fernandes really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Pedro Porro receives it. He leaps for it. It's there! A goal at a really telling moment. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Vietnam have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Çalhanoğlu.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Howson.
2
Çalhanoğlu.
minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Is there any support? He might not need it. Can he finish? Szoboszlai. Barella. And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Vietnam definitely happy with the way they've gone about things in the first half. Could they have turned more of their chances into goals? They can't let that be their regret now.
Vietnam just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And we get things going again.
Vietnam definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, he's got a sight of goal. He's having a shot! DiMarco with the clearance. And he's really put himself on the line here. Deftly away. And he's gone backward here. Decent chance! Same again, same outcome.
Vietnam really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Now it's Mbappe, and the shot's on here. He's being urged to shoot.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Szoboszlai! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Carreras. Oh, this is a terrific run. Showing good feet. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Szoboszlai. FC Tokyo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
And the finish! Well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Çalhanoğlu has given away a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Barella. Number 11, Soboslai. Number 32, DeMarco.
That's good defending, very good defending.
Number
Bellingham.
42,
Cucurella wins the duel this
coming
time.
on the field. Number
FC
8,
Tokyo have got it back, and they'll have another go. Chance to deliver.
Number 24,
Thuram finds himself
Cucurella.
offside.
Number 21, Ndika. Number 38, Kravenberg. Substitutions taking place.
Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
And that's played in low. And he's there to clear it. Bruno Fernandes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he get it through? Tries a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
FC Tokyo have their second corner now. They've played it short. Bellingham is onto this. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now they can spring out of defence. No, he's not getting past him there. And here's Mbappe. Cucurella. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, important interception.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Not the most convincing of passes, and that interception was most necessary. Bruno Fernandes. Good driving run. Oh, shooting chance! And how did he not put that away?
Gravenberg has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Substitution on the field. Number
Vietnam
4,
have their third
Van
corner.
Dijk. Coming on to replace him is number 15.
Dika is there and he can get that clear.
Substitution.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now, what about a counter-attack? It's a good run down the right. McKennie. Thuram. Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Ndika cuts out the pass.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Çalhanoğlu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, that's neat. Shot a goal! Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And this is the big chance.
Yeah, that's such a good position too.
Çalhanoğlu!
4 added minutes has been
Denied by
indicated.
a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
4 extra minutes added on. Tonali. Yildiz. Well read, nice interception. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Ndika attempts a clearance.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there. Well,
So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. With the father of a boy in the green backpack, kindly contact a nearby member of staff.
Substitution on the field.
Into extra
Number
time we go.
66, Alexander Arnold. Coming on the
Thuram
field
is herring after
number
that one.
2, Hakimi.
Strong running down that left flank. He slings it in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bellingham. Vietnam are looking to break at pace. He has found the way through. Tonali. Oh, cracking ball. Thuram. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Oh, no joy this time. Mbappe is fouled. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Mbappe considers his options.
He might even be thinking about a pop here, Peter. I'm not sure how wise that might be.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Thuram. Bellingham. And it's been played through. Big chance! this the moment they stole it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's
takes a shot! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Vietnam drag themselves back again. And it's Bellingham. Tonali. Nice control. And we're halfway through extra time.
Please be reminded that drinking is only
So
allowed
both parties
in
have given
areas
everything to this
Thank you
point in
very much
extra
for your
time.
cooperation.
15 minutes remain. And they have to turn their efforts to those minutes very soon.
Substitution in progress.
And so the last chance to find a winner. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Now it's Thuram. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van de Ven. He is through here. Lovely bit of skill. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. And a chance! Oh, it's come loose. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he shoots! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
FC Tokyo have their lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not...
And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. And right near the end, we have parity. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Yildiz ploughing, real chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. The lightness of step, the shot. So that's it. It is all over. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Haaland picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Our fan club members who are celebrating
Vietnam
their birthdays
have
today.
done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Vietnam really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result, and congratulations to them.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.